Shalom, it's me, Baht Of Zion, and today we are going to expose the darkness of the porn industry strictly from the Torah and Tanakh only, not philosophy, definitely not no pastors, nor rabbis, nor commentary. Scripture only, with me, Baht Of Zion. Kind? Big kind. Y4T? Count me in. All right, family. The porn industry is not entertainment. I want to go ahead and make sure I tell you that out loud, just in case nobody ever told you. Now you can definitely put it on your not to do list. All right. In Tanakh terms, it is whoredom, violence, idolatry, seed corruption, and a destroyer of households, destinies, and whole nations. Okay? Because Yahweh never treats sexual sin as something good to do. Because he does not take it lightly. Every time Israel embraced whoredom, guess what? He judged them. All right, the first pornographic spirit selling the body for a price is going to be in Yehuda, Onan, and Tamar. If I messed up anybody's name, forgive me, okay? But let's continue. All right, now, family, we're going to go ahead and turn our scriptures to Genesis chapter 38. Now, I had to bring this up because me and my aunt, we was going over this, right? Shout out Yahweh. We was going over this, and I was like, and he was like, you're right, but, and you know, it was a little brew debate. But, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. We both had some great answers, though. This was right after when Joseph was sold to the Ishmaelites, okay? And then he was taken to Egypt. So let's go ahead and make sure we get that concrete foundation. And Yehuda married Shua and had a son named E.R., whom Yehuda later looked for a wife for his son named Tamar. Okay? All right, so we're going to start our reading at Genesis chapter 38, verse 6 through 11. And it states, and please have your Tanakh, okay, and get there to Genesis chapter 38, verse 6 through 11. Yehuda got a wife for his firstborn. Her name was Tamar. But Yehuda's firstborn was displeasing to Yahweh, and Yahweh took his life. Then Yehuda said to Onan, join with your brother's wife and do your duty by her as a brother-in-law and provide offspring for your brother. So look out for your brother. But Onan, knowing that the seed would not count as his, let it go to waste whenever he joined together with his brother's wife, so as not to provide offspring for his brother. What he did was displeasing to Yahweh and took his life also. Then Yehuda said to his daughter-in-law Tamar, stay as a widow in your father's house until my son Shelah grows up, for he thought he too might die like his brothers. So Tamar went to live in her Ab's house. All right now, family. In our Torah reading, we can see that this exposes sexual irresponsibility, seed wasting, lust, and the destruction it brings. Onan, the man who treated his brother's wife as an object, right? Now, in Genesis chapter 38, 9 through 10, which we just read, we're going to re-emphasize that precept, okay? And we're going to break it down. All right. Onan knew that the seed would not be his, and he spilled it on the ground. Yahweh saw this as evil, and him, okay? All right. Why, do you ask? He did this because Onan used Tamar's body for pleasure while refusing the covenant duty of raising a seed. He wanted the sexual access without responsibility. Now, if you look at modern time Babylon, where we are, family, do you or do you not see this actually going on nowadays? And 10 out of 10, you definitely see this going on, because people want to either let it go somewhere it ain't supposed to be going and stuff, or you want to have your legs open doing all type of stuff that you shouldn't be doing to produce the seed that you don't want to produce, and you end up wasting the seed. But Yah is so merciful, he did not off you right then. Okay? So be very, very mindful. Yah gets upset too. And you cannot keep doing the same exact thing he tell you not to do. Okay? Because you just shouldn't be doing it. All right. Now, this is the exact spirit behind the porn industry. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm right. All right. Using bodies without covenant. Taking pleasure without responsibility. Ooh. Exploiting women while discarding their humanity and destroying the purpose of the seed Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh created. Onan is the first recorded example of a man treating a woman like content instead of a covenant partner, and Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh executed judgment immediately. Now, men, imagine yourselves releasing life in your hand on a sheet or on some cheeks, and Yah says, nope, you're dead. Woo! That sounds like it hurt, doesn't it? Well, you wouldn't know because you did. Okay, but let's continue. Oh, hold on. Before we continue, let me go ahead and say this right. Women, okay? Please listen very well. And sometimes you sit behind men, listen very well, okay? Whenever you use the dildos, okay, you have to remember that you doing that over an excessive amount of time, as I done told y'all on other podcasts. You're doing that over an excessive amount of time, and put the little caliticus, what is that thing called? Callus, and put the little callus on your tip of your vulva. Okay? And put the callus on the tip of your vulva. All right? Now, you walking around here with extra skin on the tip of your vulva, and then the man, he go over there and try to do what he got to do to you and stuff, and he ain't getting no type of feeling with you because you ain't feeling nothing. And now he got to be stressed out trying to work extra harder to perform his magic and stuff because you're behind too used to the triple D dildo max 3 pro, and you can't even feel what he trying to show you. That man got to work overtime. Now he over there sweating and stuff, hunching and all that type of stuff, and you ain't doing nothing. You just laying there stiff. You laying there stiff. Now, I done told y'all so many daggone times, my content ain't always for the kids, okay? All right, I'm here to educate you, all right? So if you got any children on here, please leave the room. Just leave the room, because Auntie Baht Of Zion going in, okay? We're going to ham a little bit. All right, but let's continue. Here, get your butts out the room. All right, family, let's go ahead and go over Genesis 38, verse 14 through 18. And read the sexual blindness and exploitation between Yahudah and Tamar. Y'all heard what I said. Let me get some coffee. Because, baby, when we went over this, we were studying the scriptures. I was like, you heard what he did? I'll tell you, me and the ox, we had a good time. All right, gang. Now, Tamar was told that Yahudah was coming up to sheep shearing, okay? Now, let's read and find out exactly what Tamar did, family. We're going to start at verse 14. So, she took off her widow's garb, covered her face with the veil, and wrapped herself up. Okay? She did that. Sat down at the entrance of Enam, which is on the road of Timnah, for she saw that Shelah was grown up, yet she had not been given to him to wife. When Yahudah saw her, he took her for a harlot, a whore, a hoe, okay? For she had her face covered. Just like that. All right? She turned aside he turned aside to her by the road and said, "Here, let me sleep with you." For he did not know that she was his daughter-in-law. She said, "What? Will you pay for sleeping with me?" Okay. Yahudah replied. He said, "I will send a kid from my flock." But she replied, "You must leave a pledge until you send it." And he said, "What pledge shall I give you?" Tamar said, "Your seal, your cord, and your staff to carry." So he gave them to her foolishly and slept with her and conceived, and she conceived by him. Woo! All right now, Big Yahudah thought Tamar was a Zana prostitute because her face was covered like this. Once again, all right. Shout out to you Muslims. Y'all know what I'm saying. Co-host. All right, this verse we read shows exactly this. Men believing a woman's body is product, right? Sexual use purchased like merchandise. A society where buying sexual access was normalized. Yahudah was willing to exchange his seal, his cord, and his staff just to get some, you know what I'm saying? But for a moment of pleasure, right? This is the same spirit, descriptions, OnlyFans, and fetish content. Men trading their identity, financial strength, and dignity for lust. Now, we ain't gonna say just men, because I know some of y'all women be on there too, having them subscriptions and be in them OnlyFans and stuff, looking at the men's and the stuff and the men's prints and stuff and trying to imagine all types of crap inside your messed up minds. So this is definitely for you women too. Just because it say man don't mean it exclude you. Okay, let's continue. So now you notice that Tamar was not a prostitute, right? Because remember, she was the daughter-in-law, right? And she was set to be married to the other brother, Shelah, or son, Shelah, right? But Yahudah's blindness made him treat her like one. Okay? The porn industry does this daily. Even Facebook, they do this daily. Okay? And it forces millions of men and women into roles that reduce them to body parts and not souls. Okay? All right now. Israel, the harlot. So yeah, we about to get on the nation, which is a nation destroyed by sexual corruption. The prophets repeatedly used pornographic exploitation as a metaphor for abandonment of Yod-Heh-Wahed because whoredom destroys covenant. Whoredom destroys families. Whoredom destroys the nation of Israel, to include other nations outside of Israel. All right, now, family, we're going to go ahead and jump to Hosea, chapter 4, verse 14. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this down pat. Okay, because I need y'all to understand what you should not be doing out here in your bedrooms. Okay, and thinking that don't nobody know you doing it. Well, not nobody really know you doing it, however, but the Most High know you doing it. Okay, and what did he do to Onan? Okay, just so y'all remember, keep that in your mind. Now, Hosea chapter 4, verse 14. And then he gonna tell you, I done sent Baht Of Zion over there to make that content, and she made that content, and she told you the precepts from the Torah in Genesis that I did this. So now that you know, you are responsibly aware. Just so y'all know, please keep that in mind. All right, let's continue. Hosea chapter 4, verse 14. I will not punish their daughters for fornicating, nor their daughters-in-law for committing adultery, for they themselves turn aside with whores and sacrifice with prostitutes, and a people that is without sense must stumble. Y'all said we slow. He said we are slow, and don't get offended. Please don't get offended. He done called us slow. He done called us dullers and pretty other words. He done called us whores. He telling you you're a prostitute. He told us so much different stuff, and he doing all that because why? You gotta remember, we forsake him. We committed adultery because we are his bride, right? With other nations when we decided to submit to their foreign practices, to include their foreign gods and their foreign doctrines. Okay, so if Yah has the right to call us every single thing that he can think of in the Tanakh and the Torah, let him call you it and get your life straight. Okay, all right. Now, sexual immorality removes the heart, meaning no self-control, no discernment, no honor, and definitely no covenant. No covenant with Yahweh. Okay, because he ain't playing none of that. All right, now let's go ahead and jump into Ezekiel chapter 16, where Israel, all right, once again, is a pornographic object of the nations. All right, now let's go ahead. Yahweh describes Israel as a woman who exposed her nakedness, spread her legs to every passerby. That sounds like some hoe, right? Okay, I just make sure that sounds like some hoe. All right. Use her beauty to entice and manipulated her whoredoms with strangers. Remember I told you, foreign. Foreign means stranger unto you. Okay? All right. This language mirrors pornography, right? Strip culture. Y'all up in them strip clubs and make it rain. Make it rain. That mess. No. And the sexual marketplace, premium content, body for sale culture. All right. Now, I know some of y'all strippers might be out there listening to this content and be like, girl, I am not no prostitute. I am not no whore. But yes, you are. Okay? Anytime you are sitting on that pole and you sliding around and cleaning that pole up and down with the baby oil and stuff so you can climb up there and slide down like you a daggone firefighter upside down and all types of stuff, doing tricks to get some man's attention, whether he married or not, and you out here taking off your clothes and humping and grinding all on this man and stuff, you is a whole prostitute, baby. Because why? You are exposing yourself for money. And some of you getting high and messed up and going to go sleep with these same customers in their cars or at their houses or behind the buildings. So you definitely are a prostitute or a cult zina. Whatever you want to look at it, the words are pretty. Pick one. All right. Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 25 through 26. The rest of that chapter, family, please read it for yourself. But we only going to tackle these two verses right now. All right. You built your mound at every crossroad, and you sullied your beauty and spread your legs to every passerby, and you manipulated your harlotries. Okay? You played the whore with your neighbors, the lustful Egyptians. You multiplied your harlotries to anger me. Y'all said you done did all this to tick him off. And guess what? Y'all succeeded, nation. All right. Y'all succeeded. Ooh, I don't know why y'all want that daggone reward, baby. But all right now, this is exactly why the porn silicon. This is exactly how the porn industry works. Constant expansion, right? Because we see it every single place, right? More extreme content. You seeing all type of stuff. You seeing same sexes, and you seeing foreign lovers and all type of mixed breed communications. You seeing all this type of stuff. You even probably see some people out there sexing on them animals. That's called bestiality, which is forbidden. You know, y'all see all that type of stuff out there on them sites, right? And it is just more humiliation, right? And more exploitation. Okay? All right now. So if you got some children, parents and stuff, please be on them daggone devices, those computers. Make sure you get your kids information for their school, so you can double check behind them on the Chromebooks and find out, what is they looking at while they at school. They're supposed to be doing schoolwork and stuff like that. That's only if you got young children, right? But even you adult children, please guard your mind. Guard your mind, because once you open your mind up to stuff like this, forbidden stuff like this, do you not know you are accessing or allowing your soul to be accessible to demonic practices, okay? And I know y'all be like, that is Zion, that's not demonic. Yes, it is, baby. Anything that is against the Torah, anything that is against Yahweh, it is demonic. It's demonic. Okay, and if you don't believe me, go look at that daggone chat GPT y'all like to use and put it in your Google, put search, and it's gonna tell you it's demonic. All right, but let's continue. Have you ever wondered who is the strange woman? Because a lot of y'all out here talking about the strange woman is somebody who is not my skin color. It is actually the spirit behind the porn. All right, the strange woman is not just a person, family. It is a spirit of lust, seduction, and destruction. That's important now. Destruction. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and jump to Proverbs chapter 7, verse 26 through 27. You know I can't give y'all all this tea without no wisdom. So hurry up and get on over there while I drink some of this coffee. All right. Woo, let's go. Okay. For many of those she has struck dead, and numerous are her victims. Her house is a highway to Sheol, leading down to death's inner chambers. This type of person is inhabited by this spirit, okay, which will dress for sexual enticement. Now, men and women, have you seen these people just out here walking around like hold on, let me think about this. Because y'all be doing it, boy, I tell you. Now, I remember it was probably, 2 years ago, maybe. I'm seeing people walking inside a daggone No, I actually saw one walking inside a Food Line, right? Had on lingerie, okay? Lingerie was a black kind, and it was like a sheer kind of stuff, right? You can see through that bad boy, right? She walking all up in there. I'm coming out the daggone aisle. She cut like that in front of me. Oh. Baby, I don't want you. Baby, I don't want you getting touching me. No. Whatever type of spirit you got, I said, oh, hell. Because it got to be a spirit on you. You getting up out the daggone house, ain't wash your butt, and ain't had no common sense to put on no daggone clothes. Baby, you think you about to bump into me, girl? You ain't about to throw that on me. That, no. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they be out there walking around like that, right? And then y'all men's be up there wanting to walk around. Well, y'all know y'all can't go inside stores with your shirt up, but y'all be having them beaters on and y'all be wanting to run around your daggone boxers like they some daggone jogging shorts or something like that. That type of stuff. Y'all can't be doing that, because I done seen that too, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got to stop that mess. Don't nobody want to see your ball sack prints and stuff. I know I do not. All right? Now, it also is offering pleasure without a covenant. So you have people that sitting here want to engage in all this type of digital sexuality, right? With any and everything, so they can get one off, but yet they are not taking in the covenant they're supposed to take in with Yahweh, right? The covenant that they are taking in is with Baal. And that is sad, because why? That's going to kill you in the end. All right. Now, also, you got manipulating with smooth words. Now, y'all know y'all be seeing them people, they be on their phone texting and stuff, especially on that daggone dating app stuff. Y'all know them dating apps, things like that. They be able to text and say, yeah, I could do this for you. If you do this for me, but I need you to help me do this right quick. And all that time, you look beautiful and stuff. That's a trap. That is a whole trap. So y'all stop listening to all that smooth word stuff, because you're going to find yourself a shell, baby. Okay? Stop listening to that. Now, you got leading men like leading men to the slaughter, right? Like an ox, right? So whenever you following behind these type of women, these type of perversions, these type of demons and stuff, you is willfully allow yourself to go to hell. You that's what you're doing. Okay? And when I say hell, I mean dead. Okay, that's what you're doing. All right. And then also you are technically destroying your lives and your household. Now, somebody can sit here and be so exposed and so thrilled by seeing the acts of people on their screen, their TV screens, or their cell phones or whatever. Seeing these people just going all at it, right? And they get all aroused and stuff, men or women, y'all getting all aroused, and then you turn around and you look at your partner, you be like, but you ain't her or you ain't him, but I need you to do what I just saw them do on this, on that. And then your partner probably can't even do it like that. So now you mad at your partner and now you want to go file for divorce. Why is you filing for a divorce based off of what you done saw on the TV screen? You knew what your ish or your isha could not do before you saw that daggone porn video. You knew that. So now you want to sit here and just destroy your whole house because they ain't performing 10 stars like what you done seen. What's that woman? Pinky. Like what you done seen Pinky do. Okay? You can't do nothing like that. That's a foolish mess. All right now. Let's continue. Now, you can read, definitely, family, similar stories pertaining to this topic in Judges chapter 16 between Samson and Delilah. All right? Because we all know, we better know by now. And if you don't know, take your butts over to the Judges. All right. That Delilah seduced him, manipulated him, exploited him for financial gain, sold him to the enemies, ruined his relationship with Yahweh, delivered him to bondage. Now, if we put this same list right, I'm going to put it on my screen so y'all going to see it. Put this same list right here on the screen, right? Now, we're going to show the similarities, right, with porn. Okay? So I'm going to put porn right here. All right. And it is seduction. Because remember I said she seduced him, right? Second, money. Okay? Exploitation. Remember, she manipulated him and exploited him for financial gain. Right? Now, you got bondage, loss of divine strength, and loss of vision. Samson literally lost his eyes. Y'all know he lost his eyes, right? He supposed to have did a job. He done messed around and done told this daggone Zanai what was going on, how he kept his strength and all that type of stuff. And she done told the men, she done chopped that hair off and they done came up in there and got him. They done put Samson out there. And you know, Samson killed more people when he died than when he was alive. Don't let your eyes get plucked out like Samson because you would have followed behind spirits and stuff in dealing with Delilah. Jezebel and Delilah out now. Just so y'all know. All right. Men watching porn lose spiritual vision. Women participating are exploited by producers and traffickers. Okay? Y'all know them daggone producers. Y'all be like, how would y'all be going up in the porn industry? Probably 18. Some of y'all probably don't make it 18. Y'all probably had a hard life. Y'all might go in there 16, 17. I don't know. Anyway, but to get yourself up in there, they be like, yeah, we're just going to have a little pecking and stuff, scenes and stuff. It's very, very minor and stuff. And then you sign them contracts now. Y'all out there signing contracts. And then you get over there to Act 1, your first day to perform on the job. Right? And here come 2, 3 big ones. Ooh, and you be like, Y'all ever seen Charlotte's Web? Y'all remember that daggone spider, right? And she was over there talking to that unclean animal, that pig, right? And now that big old web like that. Y'all look like the Charlotte. Y'all look like the Charlotte, that little black spider. Little black spider just sitting on the web, trying to give wisdom and insight to the unclean animal. And then that pig, it's for them pigs, baby. They about to get in your web. And you about to be stuck. Okay? All right now. Take that message and run with it. And run your behinds off camera and get away from people. All right. And get away from that job. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and go into our Torah Law. Just because I didn't read that Torah Law first, don't mean you take the daggone wisdom and the prophets over the Torah. You cannot do that. Okay, so don't think, oh, since Baht Of Zion didn't read the Torah Law first, that the prophets are over the Torah. No, the hell they are not. All right, let's go. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29. And it states, do not degrade your daughter and make her a harlot, lest the land fall into harlotry, and the land be filled with depravity. All right now, so any system that encourages selling the body, like porn, right? And Facebook. They're gonna daughters entering the industry. And men paying for pleasure. Woo! Is profaning is profaning the image of Yahweh in humans. Okay? Because aren't we made from his image? Okay? All right now, the porn industry violates this command at a global scale. So it ain't just on your TV screen. That stuff all the way out there. It's over there in China and Russia and stuff. They got that going on over there too. So you see how vast that porn industry spreads to different and various countries, family? It does that. Why? Because Hasatan is at work. He got to grab every single thing he can hold on to. Okay? And he does that by showing you different ways to get pleasure in ways that you should not be looking for them, especially attaching yourself to demonic practices. Okay? Now, we're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 18 through 19. See, I'll be telling y'all now, it be scriptures in here pertaining to this mess that y'all be doing out here. They're going to... All right, let's go. Verse 18. No Israelite woman shall be a cult prostitute, nor shall Israelite men be a cult prostitute. You shall not bring the fee of a whore or the pay of a dog into the house of Yahweh, your Elohim, in fulfillment of any vow, for both are abhorrent to Yahweh, your Elohim. So, family, we know just from reading that, or I pray y'all know, but ask y'all for some common sense or something so y'all can get this. Prostitution was forbidden because it destroyed, once again, households, weakened nations, corrupted men, and it also degraded women. Porn is digital prostitution, but worse because the image lasts forever. Okay? The shame circulates globally. That's why y'all got people out here paying and stuff, these daggone secret websites to get things taken down, because they ashamed of what they did in their past lives and stuff. And now their body and their body parts, you know what I'm saying, it's all out there for everybody to see and everybody to get arousal off of that stuff. Shoot, people probably know how much pubic hair you got more than you know. You know what I'm saying? So that stuff is out there. Should nobody be participating, because now you got to pay people to get that stuff cleaned up. Anyways, it's also the exploitation on scalable levels, right? But the most important thing, family, please take heed to this, okay? I done told y'all this already earlier. It is exposed to your children and your teenagers. Now, y'all remember that little news clip where we have talked about before, or we might have seen, family, where the little 5-year-old girl, she was raped by 2 children. I think it was a 10-year-old girl and a 9-year-old little boy, or a 7-year-old boy, something like that. Okay, now you have to ask yourself, where do these kids learn these things? Okay, now somebody might say, but I don't watch porn in front of my kids. You may not, or you probably do. I don't know what you do in your house, but all I'm saying is you have to be mindful that if you do, family, you are exposing your children to that. And also you have to consistently check your children's social media stuff. You know, run your fingers up and down their daggone cell phones and look for those, what's some things called? Them incognito tabs. Look for them incognito tabs and see what them kids looking at on there. You know what I'm saying? And if they're looking at something they ain't supposed to be looking at, shut that thing down. Shut it all the way down. Put that child on punishment. If you're afraid to whoop your baby, put that child on punishment, okay? Take all them electrical devices back from that baby and make sure you stay on top of that child's school activities too. Because like I said before, children can have accessibilities to school Chromebooks, right? Such as this in school, and they don't be doing no liquor work. They up there looking at tatas and moon. Okay, so you have to be on that type of stuff if, once again, you want to put your children on punishment. Or if you do not punish your child, you hate your child. And that's exactly what Yahweh said in his precepts, okay? Because you may have raised children of Belial, that are going to do things like they did to, once again, that 5-year-old little girl. All right? Okay, Roy family, so I'll leave you with this final message. The porn industry is not entertainment. It is a spiritual trap. Okay, spiritual trap. It is a destroyer of households, a thief of destinies, and a mocker of Yahweh's covenant. Shalom, Barakai.
Big thighs, big butts, 60-inch lines. Tongue like a serpent, twerking with the lace front. Singing slow songs.